Hey there, it's Kathy with Be Creative with Kathy, and today we're going to use the Pansy Petals suite. So this is a suite in the annual catalog. It's on page 28 and 29. It's beautiful suite, that's what I'm going to say. So the first thing that when I saw this suite caught my eye was the font of the stamp set. So look how pretty all those words are in the stamp set. I absolutely love the font of the stamp set. And then the other thing about the stamp set that I love, if you watch my videos, you know that two-step stamping is right up my alley. I love the two-step stamping, which this one has. And then the other great thing is it has dies that coordinate with it. So first of all, before I forget, if you're interested in the bundle, right, make sure you use the bundle price. You save 10% when you buy the stamps and the framelits or the dies together. But let me show you what the dies can do. So here, for example, if you just use the dies to cut all your flower pieces, it does something along this effect, which I think is just beautiful. Look how pretty that flower is just using the dies. Then you could use the stamp set with the dies and you come up with something like this. Look how pretty that is. But then also in this suite is the designer series paper. Let me try to show you. Now I've used my paper a lot, and this I think is 2 packs of paper, but look, it comes with the flowers and the leaves and some more flower prints and lots of flowers and pretty stuff here, and just a lot of really pretty paper, all coordinating with the new in colors, which I think are just beautiful. And then on the back side of the paper are more of like your ginghams and your stripes and your polka dots. I think the gingham comes in 3 different colors, and then just a print like this. So the designer series paper is absolutely beautiful, and those dies coordinate with the designer series paper like this. So you can cut out the large flower or the small flower and a couple leaves using these outline dies like this down here. So that right there this is an amazing suite. And then last but not least in this suite, and when I say suite, it's just everything used together, and it has one easy order number for the suite, which includes the bundle discount in the suite. But also in the suite are these cute little golden bumblebees. Look how cute those are, and we're going to use those on our card today too. And the last thing exciting about this is Stampin' Up! Has a sale this month, so you can even get that designer series paper for 15% off. Like I said, if you order in before August, August 2nd, the designer series paper's on sale for 15% off. But that's enough talk. Now let's just go ahead and make the card. Now I don't even have a card sample for you because, well, crazy or not, I was laying in bed and I decided this is what I wanted to do. I'm making another card like this for club, but it's using the strawberries, and so I thought this suite would look really cute on this style of card too. But like I said, enough talking, let's go. So this is just a half a sheet of paper. This is that Evening Evergreen, one of the new in colors that coordinates with the designer series paper. And I'm going to cut this down to 10 1/2 because like I said, this is a half a sheet of paper, so it's 4 1/4 by 11. And if I forgot to mention, you can always go to my blog becreativewithkathy.com and get all the measurements and a supply list there. And it'll be down in the description, the supply list and that link to my blog. But anyway, so then we're going to go ahead and score this at a 1/2 inch. And then I'm going to turn it around because I like to score this way. Well, I have to score this way because then we're going to go to 1 3/4. 1 3/4, 3 3/4, and then 5. Okay, we'll set that aside. I have another piece of that same Evening Evergreen. Now this is 5 3/4 by 3, and we're going to score this one, whoops, at 1/2 inch. And then we're going to score this one at 1 3/4. And now those measurements I got from a Canadian demonstrator. Her name is Jen Kirk, I believe, and they worked really well, so I'm sticking with her measurements. We're all done with the paper trimmer. So let's fold on those score lines, and I'm going to make sure the sides of my paper line up so my card is straight and not wonky. Real quick, we'll just score or I'm sorry, fold on all those score lines. We can't score on all those fold lines, that doesn't work. My mouth is going a little faster than my brain can go, so. Okay, so now we have that one done, and then we're gonna score, fold. I did it again, we're gonna fold on these score lines. Okay, so hopefully I did it all right, and we have our pieces. So now let's go ahead and continue. We're going to take that designer series paper. Now this pattern piece is 4 by 5 1/4, and it's going to fit right there. So let's just go ahead and put that on. And then you can see on the back of that was that stripe that we're going to use next. But we're going to lay this up at the top where there's no, well, you can see where it fits with our score lines, but I'm going to lay that about right there. Looks like that. Okay, and then this piece, when we fold this up, this piece of designer series paper that is 4 inches by 1 3/4 will fit right here. I had it right here, and I'll show you where I'm going to put that after I get my card together. That way we won't mess it up. So I'm going to take this and make it into a little box so it looks like that. And you know, usually when I stamp, I like to use liquid glue, because then I can move it around and get it right. But this time I can kind of hold it, this just to see where I need to fold it, because I want it to look like that. like that, trust me. So I'm going to fold it here, right? I'm going to put some Seal It Plus. I don't need to use the tape because it's not going to move on us. So I'm going to use Stampin' Seal Plus right here on that very bottom piece between the end of the cardstock and my fold, or my score line. And I'm going to just fold that up, the second fold I guess from the designer series paper, and lay that down like that. Then I'm going to use my bone folder and make sure it gets a nice good adhere on there. So it looks like that now. So now my card will stand up, well, kind of stand up, should stand up, there it goes, with that little box there like that. Now I know that this designer series paper can fit right here on the front. Now usually I like to tape stuff on when it's flat, but you can fold it down like this and still make your card flat, so it's easy to adhere that designer series paper right there. And then it folds up. And then this way, when it folds up like this, it still fits in the envelope, and it's the right size for an average card, so it fits in an envelope nicely. So let's take this piece here, and we're going to add this one to here. So down here, I'm going to, first of all, where that designer series paper is, I'm going to add some Seal Plus here, so I know at the top of my square or rectangle here it has the tape in the right place. And then I'm going to just put some tape down here at the bottom. Now my score lines are up here at the top. This is kind of like the flap at the bottom. That's what I'm going to glue to my cardstock here, right at that fold line, and try to make it straight in between. And then since I put the tape here, now I know it's adhered nice here, and it's adhered nice, or stuck down. Let's just use that word fancier. So see, now it's stuck to my card. Then I'm going to just take a little bit of adhesive and put it on that top again, the part between the top of the end of my cardstock and my fold, or my score line. Jeez. And then I'm going to lay it all the way open, all the way down like this, lay that down. And now when you lay your card, it still fits in the envelope, but it pops up like that. Is that not adorable? And how simple is that to make a fancy freestanding, I guess, pop-up card? So it looks like that. You can't see it. Okay, let's go ahead and decorate it now, do some stamping. So I have just a piece of basic white cardstock here that's 4 by 5 1/4. And then I used those contour scallop dies, and this size here, 1/3 from the biggest, and just cut out a piece of basic white using that too. And I don't know if you know, but I love these dies. I use them all the time. I love the scallop dies. Okay, that's what we're going to stamp on. I'm going to bring in 2 ink pads. I have the Soft Succulent here and the Evening Evergreen. Both are in the new In Color collection. I'm going to start with the Evening Evergreen here. And I just have one of those sentiments from the stamp set, this wishing you a little extra happiness because you're you. And I'm going to stamp that toward the bottom, right above the stitching of my scalloped rectangle here. Try not to get my head in the camera. I'm going to make sure it's nice and inked up. Okay, there, about right there. I'm going to hold it in, or hold it down, let that ink sink in just a little bit. There we go. And then let's go ahead on the back, and you know what? I don't have a block here. Well, let's wait. Let's stamp the back because I have to take everything off. Doggone it, I wasn't thinking. Okay, then with my the two little leaves here, so I took this background leaf and this second stamp leaf, and I need a piece of scratch paper. With that soft succulent ink, I'm going to stamp this one first and stamp him off so he's a little bit lighter, and then just above those words I'm going to stamp that leaf. So it looks like that, and then with that second stamp I'm going to go ahead and line those up and put that little bit of second stamp, and it looks like that. Okay, let me bring in my chamois real quick here and clean this stamp because I need this block again for the back of my card. Because this is going to go on the back here, and this is where I would write my sentiments or whatever to the person that's receiving my card. And I just want to put happy birthday on there. So let me take this off. Now I could go ahead and look, I haven't even put my stamp set together yet. I could go ahead and stamp a flower and stuff on there, and I might even yet, but for the sake of a quicker video, I'm going to just put that happy birthday on there. Or, you know what I'm going to do instead, because I have two flowers cut out, I'm going to go ahead down here and take that leaf again and stamp off and just set a leaf right here, and then stamp that second step right there, and then I have another leaf down there, and I'll show you what I plan to do. Because I took that designer series paper, and look, I have two flowers here that are already cut out. I'm going to just put dimensionals on the back of this one, and I'm going to put a little adhesive on the back of this one. So this can just be like this on the back of my card. There, look how pretty that turned out. And this here, I'll set in between these two leaves right here. And then just with the glue dot, I'm going to go ahead and take one of those gold bumblebees and I think I'm going to, well, I guess I'm not going to use my take a pic tool, because guess what's not at my desk anymore? Bummer, now I have to go find my take a pic tool. But anyway, I'm going to just set that little bumblebee right there at the bottom of my greeting. Let's go ahead and put this on the back of our card. There we go. And then we're going to take this with some dimensionals. Oh, here's my dimensionals. There we go. And lay this right here in the center of the front of our card. And now look how pretty that is. How it just stands up and can sit on someone's desk. So there you go. So if you like the products you see, you can always visit my online store by visiting my blog, Be Creative with Kathy, and like I said, the measurements are on there too. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great week, and we'll see you back here on Friday. Bye-bye.